Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel and to Billund Airport, which is located in the western part of Denmark. The aircraft is located at stand 40 in Billund, and today's flight is a domestic flight from Billund to Copenhagen on June the 20th, 2017. The aircraft we are using today is Boeing 747-400. Operated by Lufthansa. Let's go on board and into the cockpit and prepare this flight. Let's put some light on the panels and the exterior of the aircraft, so we can see what we are doing, and the ground personnel can see that the aircraft is powered up and the engines are running. First we will set the altimeter to the local pressure in Billund, which is 1019 hectopascal. The captain's flight director to on, and the heading for runway 27, which is expected, is 269R. And the initial climb in Billund is 7,000 feet. And the co-pilot's flight director to on, and turn on the VORs. And the traffic collision avoidance. The auto brake is RTO. And let's connect to the ATC. It's 121.375. And we're adjusting the weather radar. And let's go to the FMC. First, the fuel page. The block fuel is calculated to around 17 tons of fuel, 15 tons and 2 tons reserve fuel. The reference airport is Echo Kilo Bravo India for Billund, and the gate is gate 40. And we go from Echo Kilo Bravo India Billund to destination Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel, Copenhagen. And we expect runway 27 in Billund, and the flight number is 1462. And here we have the flight plan, and the standard instrument departure is Abeno 4 Alpha departure, runway 27 to Abeno, and then airway Tango 56 to Tesby, and then Tesby 1 Echo arrival to runway 74 left in Copenhagen. And here we have the chart with the flight plan. So we go to Abeno and then Tesby, Tango Echo Sierra Papa India, and the route is Tango 56. Activate, execute. The cost index is 100. The reserves is calculated to 2 tons of fuel. And the cruise altitude is flight level 130, 13,000 feet. And flaps 10. And the trim is 4.7 units, which we put in the stabilizer trim now. 4.7 units. And for the approach we choose 25 degrees of flaps, which give a VREF of 146 knots. And Abeno 4 Alpha departure. Execute. And then we get the 3 velocities. V1, we rotate, and V2, and we set the V2 velocity to 147 knots. And let's put in the approach data. We expect runway 22 left, ILS. And Chesby 1 Echo arrival. Sorry, Chesby 1 Foxtrot arrival. Execute. On the next page, you'll see if there are any discontinuities in the flight plan, and we can do that step by step. That's it. And we turn on the VNAV and the LNAV. And let's put in the downloaded weather data. And first the route data. Request. Send. Now sending. Uplink ready. Load. And here we have the wind data. And next, descent forecast. And loading. And here we have the descent weather forecast. I think we are now pretty ready to RCSE for clearance to Copenhagen. Let's try. Copenhagen Control, Lufthansa 1462 at stand 40 in Billund, ready to copy IFR clearance to West of Copenhagen.
Lufthansa 1462, going to Copenhagen, Billund 4 Alpha departure route, runway 27, squawk 7321, QNH Billund 1019.
Cleared to West of Copenhagen via Billund 4 Alpha departure, runway 27, squawk 7321 and QNH in Billund 1019, Lufthansa 1462.
Lufthansa 1462, read back correct. You may start your engines and start your push, and you may also start taxiing all the way down via Kilo towards runway 27. Give me a call when you're fully lined up and ready to take off.
Cleared for push and start and taxi to holding point 27 via November and Kilo, Lufthansa 1462.
And you'll be back for the correct.
Okay, let's start the pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
push back and start, tail straight out.
Roger that. Ready for push straight back. Release the brakes, please.
Brakes released.
Brakes released. Here we go.
Here we go. Flaps 10.
Push back complete. Park the brakes out.
Brakes set.
Steering pin is pulled. Watch for the slip. Release your guidance on your right and good flight.
Flight controls check. Full right. Center. Full left. Center. Full up. Center. Full down. Center. Controls check completed. Brake released and taxi light on. Clock set, and here we go.
Sierra Echo, Lima leaving Danish airspace, minus Become 108, hash flight plan.
122.8. Hotel, 8 out.
Yeah, go for it.
Taxiway November and then left on Kilo. Smoke Road 7321 set. Before takeoff checklist. Altimeters 1019 hectopascal set. Auto brakes RTO set. Flaps 10 set. Takeoff speed 147 knots set. Before takeoff checklist completed.
Lufthansa 140, running takeoff from the 27 winds 2701 to the...
Cleared for takeoff 27 Lufthansa 1462.
Aviation 840, you identified passing entering the Finnish airspace forward 100, 300. Cleared inland, Copenhagen the 04 left and use of Vietnam arrival route, Copenhagen system.
Approaching 27. On runway 27.
Turn on the landing lights and the clock at the co-pilot side. Takeoff power 50%, and when stabilized, toga. Positive rate, gear up, and gear up, flaps up, and autopilot command left.
Lufthansa 1462, that is crossing 4,500 feet, transfer 130, route Paris, Avino.
Climb to flight level 130 and direct Albino, Lufthansa 1462.
Lufthansa 1462 international flight for Boeing 747, and you can expect from Brazil for left via TSP-1 Echo arrival.
Expect ILS 22 left via TSP-1 Echo arrival, Lufthansa 1462.
Negative, expect from Brazil for left TSP-1 Echo.
04 left and TSP-1 Echo, Lufthansa 1462.
Thank you.
– 10,000 feet and we turn off the landing lights. We have 12,200 kilograms of fuel left and the fuel temperature is 18 degrees Celsius. We are now reaching our cruising level, flight level 130 or 30,000 feet. We are now passing over Horsens. During the preparations of the flight plan, I was expecting 22 left in Castro for the approach, but the ATC cleared me to 04 left, and that's we have to correct in the FMC now. And then the leg page to see if there are any discontinuities, and there is one which we have to correct now. Okay, here we go. We are now inbound Tesby, which is located just west of Samsø.
Lufthansa 142, Central 100.
Descent to flight level 100, Lufthansa 1462. I'm now reducing the speed to 215 knots, which is maximum speed beneath flight level 100. And now we are passing Samsø.
142, Copenhagen approach 119.8, bye-bye.
Copenhagen approach on 119.8, bye-bye Lufthansa 1462.
Yeah, number 171, open up control. Hello, it's you, type to repeat first.
Copenhagen approach Lufthansa 1462 with you flight level 100 inbound Toronto.
Lufthansa 1462, Copenhagen approach, creating identified to expect vectors at this runway 04 left.
Identified and expect vectors for 04 left ILS Lufthansa 1462. And here we can see the ILS and the localizer for 04 left, just after we are passing Køge. And we can see we have to reach the glide path in 3,000 feet. We are at flight level 100, so we turn on the landing lights. Now we are passing Toronto, and from here we can expect vectors from the ATC in a few moments. As preparations for our descent and approach, we are setting the auto brakes to level 2 and the speed brake. And the seat belt signs goes on. And now I tune in the frequency of Castor Tower 118.1.
Lufthansa 162, descent at level 6.
Descent to 60 Lufthansa 1462. And we are now descending to flight level 60, 6,000 feet.
make a first go aften, og så lige første enkelt lige fra Bravo, og så vandt spæk 42 i 1300 fod.
Oscar Bravo, Copenhagen approach, go Arsen, det må fortsætte på restlige kontrolzone, ikke over 1045, på 1017, fortsat direkte anflyvning, bane 2-9.
Ja, jeg tillader til at køre ind i restlige kontrolzone i 1045 eller derunder, så direkte anflyvning til bane 29, kun 1017, Oscar Bravo.
Oscar Bravo, til flage, bane 29.
Det er bestemt flage, bane 29, Oscar Bravo.
Lufthansa 1462, descend altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1016, and continue heading 130.
Descent to 4,000 feet on QNH 1016 and right heading 130 Lufthansa 1462.
Main approach Boston, initiates 1 through 2,500 on mix 1 alpha.
And we are now descending to 4,000 feet on a heading of 130 and the QNH of 1016.
One main approach being identified, climb level 120, direct Stalker intersection. Alpha 120, we have the waypoint again for the initiate, so on.
In a moment we are passing the coastline at Køge.
Initiate 1 direct Stalker, Sierra Oscar and Golden. Solid at initiate, so on.
And the speed is reduced to 200 knots. And here we can feel the turbulence beneath the clouds.
Lufthansa 1462, reduce speed to 200 knots.
Reducing speed to 200 knots, Lufthansa 1462.
Oscar Bravo, vi er på bane 29.
Oscar Bravo, wind terminal CQ, bane 29 til Jylland.
Finland bane 29, Oscar Bravo.
Lufthansa 1462, turn left to 070, cleared island, go from the troops, coverage 2, and the 04 left proposed established.
Left heading 070 and cleared ILS 04 left and report established and request to descend to 3,000 feet Lufthansa 1462.
Lufthansa 1462, descend altitude 3,000 feet and cleared island 04 left.
Descent to 3,000 feet, Lufthansa 1462.
Lufthansa 1462, you seem to miss the localizer, continue left turn heading 010.
Left heading 010 Lufthansa 1462.
And Copenhagen, hello, good afternoon, easy call, my tango with you, passing 1,300 feet, Tango 1 half. Easy call, Mike Tango, Copenhagen, road speed identified, time travel 1990, proceed right, turn, direct to Mango. Okay, console 190 and redirect Mango, easy call, my tango. Lufthansa 1462, seem to be a bit off track here. Please make a left, correction, make a right turn heading 180 and I'll wait till you're back to the localizer.
Right heading 180 Lufthansa 1462.
Afrika bare vi er landet og taktik til
Husk at være på taxi via Bravo, krydsebane 21 og fortsætte Bravo 4 og line up med rulling på banen i 20 området. Vi er på vej af Bravo til denne krydsebane 21 og vi kan line up på banen 21 på Bravo. Lufthansa 1462, turn 010, clear is approach for receiver left, report established.
Right heading 010, clear ILS 04 left and report established, Lufthansa 1462.
Copenhagen approach and clear for go.
Into the Gulf, Copenhagen.
Copenhagen approach, could we bother you for like 2 minutes with some radio checks? We had some serious problems with the radio on the test trip and we would like to check.
Into the Gulf, no problem. The information I've been listening on the frequency, it sounds like your voice is dropping out now and then.
Yes, and we would like to check what's happening now, if you don't mind, of course, here, Go.
No problem.
Now reducing the speed to 167 knots and flaps 20. Lufthansa 1462, establish ILS 04 left inbound.
Lufthansa 1462, come to Tower 118.1, shift line.
Tower 118.1, Lufthansa 1462, bye bye. Castle Tower, Lufthansa 1462, establish ILS 04 left inbound.
Lufthansa 1, good evening, runway 04 left, you are clear to land. Winds are 3203,
Speed down to 147 knots. Clear to land 04 left, Lufthansa 1462. Flaps 25.
Approaching 04 left. Long landing. Long landing.
30, 20, 10.
And reverse thrust.
Lufthansa 1462, welcome to Copenhagen. Taxi to standard Bravo 5 via Alpha, Foxtrot and Papa, crossing runway 12 is approved.
To stand Bravo 5 via Alpha, Foxtrot and Papa and cross 2 Lufthansa 1462. And here we have the taxi route to stand Bravo 5, Terminal 2. And we turn off the landing lights. And retract the flaps. To the left we have Kastrup Tower. In the right corner of the center CDU we can see that we have 5,300 kilograms of fuel left.
Approaching 1, 2.
And here we have stand Bravo 5. And we turn off the taxi light so we don't blind the ground personnel. Parking brake set, and we are on the blocks at gate Bravo 5 Terminal 2. And we turn on the APU. And we can see the APU is spooling up now. And now the APU generators are available. So we can now shut down the engines. And this was the end of this relative short flight from Billund to Copenhagen on board this beautiful Boeing 747-400 operated by Lufthansa. I hope you have enjoyed, and I hope to see you another time on board this aircraft. Thanks for watching, and so long, bye bye.
Scandinavian Line of Passing, the cancel type 2 weeks.